we really want to promote radical Christianity, and that for Christians and for non-Christians. And as we know, that unfortunately there's a lot of Christians that don't know that message of radical Christianity, of selling your life for the gospel, you know, that, well, like the word says, I've been crucified with Christ. I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. And that's the message that we're really trying to get out. And I think my heart beats the fastest about evangelism. I just have a passion to see people get saved and to give everything to God.
Yeah.
And we've been really lucky enough to see, you know, hundreds of people get saved a year. And it's just, it's amazing. It really is great. And we're seeing more people than ever get saved right now.
How do you go about that in a concert? Do you just say, hey, we're going to do an altar call now? Or we
just stop, and usually we do a lot of worship in our shows as well. And there'll be at some point, we'll do some worship music, and then after that I'll just start talking and say, you know, this is what it means to live for Christ, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I talk about a lot of my own testimony. My mom died from cancer and stuff, and I was a Christian, and I talk about how the Lord really changed my life, and when I began to be passionate about Jesus. And I just basically say, if you want to give your life to Jesus for the first time tonight, it'll cost you your life. And without anybody closing their eyes, raise their hands, if you want to give your life to Jesus for the first time, then raise your hand. We're going to pray. And and it's funny because everybody's getting nervous, like, oh, nobody's going to do that.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's a load of people, sometimes there's not. But I tell you, it's amazing to see that first person go up, because they're just like, they're looking around like, I'm going to be embarrassed, but all right. I'm gonna do it. And I tell you what, I think that it excites the heart of God. I think God is, I think He's moved by that. You know?
What does it mean to be a living sacrifice?
Oh, man.
Maybe some of you guys can throw some answers.
Corey will answer that. But I was telling you, if she starts answering this, you better get ready for preaching.
I'm cool with that.
She might start screaming and stuff.
That's good. That's what we need.
To talk about worship.
Oh, yeah. I think offering your bodies as a living sacrifice is the essence of what worship is. You know, a lot of people think that worship is the time in the service where there's music playing, that's the time to express your heart to the Lord. But the essence of what worship is that my life is completely laid down at every minute of every day, you know, for God to use me as He sees fit. And so that's the essence of Christianity, you know, denying myself, picking up my cross every day and living for Him, you know. And if there's any hindrances, if there's anything in my life that He says, get rid of it, okay. Even if it's not a bad thing, even if it's a good thing, you know, well, this is a dream that I have. Well, you know what? That's not what He's called you to do, so let it go, you know. Or this guy you're going out with, you know, he's the one. Well, you know what? No, he's not. Break up. You know.
She already has the answer for you.
Yeah. So if anyone's tuning in right now,
anyone's dating anybody.
To me, if you're living the life where your life is a living sacrifice every day, you don't necessarily need like a huge overhaul. You just need to keep walking every day. Sanctification of God. God's making you more holy. You know, you're pursuing Him. You know, the sin in your life is becoming less and less like hard for you to deal with a bad attitude or whatever, because the closer you get to Him, the less you struggle with things you used to struggle with. You're renewing your mind according to the Word. You're transformed because of it. You know, all that. And so revival would be to see masses of people coming to this realization of Christ and walking it out every day, not just a one-day decision of, you know, maybe an emotional decision, a plea, whatever, but masses of people, the bride of Christ rising up. To me, that's what revival would be.